YouTube, what is up? It is your boy Duke, back here from sportsgamers.com, and in today's Madden 24 video, I'm going to break down a super screamer A-gap blitzing defense that you can use to create instant pressure on your opponent, get sacks, force turnovers, and just play better defense. So we're going to be looking at the dime normal. Dime normal can be found in a lot of different playbooks. I'm running it out of Kansas City. Kansas City has a lot of defenses I do like. And I put up a lot of dime normal tips up lately. So before anything else, I need to show you guys the coaching adjustments and the subs I use, and then we'll get into these setups as well. So what you're going to need to do with this is make sure your alignment is set to default and auto flip is off, because we're actually be running dime flipped. You want to flip it. This only works the most consistently when you flip your dime, okay? Then we're going to go down to option. We're going to put on conservative. I don't like giving up random read options, so that's important. Now, for zone drops, I actually do like to use zone drops with this defense. You can put your match coverage on as well, but typically what I'm going to do is a 30 for the flat, a 5 for the curl flat, and a 10 for the hook. This is just going to allow me to, if I need to defend the quick flat, do a curl flat. If I need to defend the deep sideline, use an actual flat. And then my hooks are set at 10 to defend quick routes over the middle. All right. So, as far as subs go, guys, make sure you have your fastest possible guy as his inside linebacker. He's going to be blitzing up the A-gap. This is a position you can sub a safety in. Devin White for me is fine, so we're just going to leave that be. But we're going to actually use her a deep safety, right of screen. So make sure that safety right of screen is somebody you want to use her. So the play we're going to look at is going to be the cover one spy, and we're flipping it. Again, it is cover one spy. So guys, I'm going to show you two different setups to this blitz, two different ways to run it, a simple and advanced version. And then I'm going to show you guys how to counter it. So make sure you stay tuned throughout the entire video so you don't miss out on important information. If you want more great Madden 24 content like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I do daily Madden 24 tips and gameplays. Comment on the video, like it, all that stuff does help me out a lot. So this setup is pretty easy overall. We have two different versions of it. The first version is going to be the simplest way to run this humanly possible. All right. So step number one, you're simply going to pinch your defensive line. To do that, you hit left on the D-pad, and then you hit down on the left analog stick. That'll pinch your defensive line. Once you do that, you want to slant them outside. Now to slant them outside, you once again hit left on the D-pad, then you flick up on the right stick. And you know you've done it right when you guys can see the defensive line angles are just like this. See how you get this D-line angle going basically like two different directions by the D tackle? That's important. We're going to QB contain by hitting either R1, R1 or RB, RB. You want to blitz down this middle linebacker, and the most important thing is make sure his blitz angle is going in the left A-gap. You see how if he's going a little bit too far to the right of the D tackle, it goes to the right? No, you need it in the left A-gap, so you might need to click onto him and just move him a step. Now what I'm going to do here is, this is man coverage. I'm going to use this safety over the top. This kind of allows me to defend anything I see coming open quickly, whether it's a quick post slant over the middle, maybe a corner route, whatever the case may be, I can defend it. So that's a pretty easy setup, and you can honestly do all those steps while sitting on that deep safety. So this is the simple version, and let's just show you guys how the simple version will work. So you're going to notice that linebacker is going to fly up the A-gap for the quick sack. That's why you want to put your fastest player there humanly possible, because the faster he is, the faster they're going to get sacked. As you guys can see here, honestly, there wasn't even time for a read to get open, because by the time you're getting sacked, which is pretty much about now, there's really no one's getting into their route. You could maybe try to dump it down to the running back, but again, we're not really worried about that. Now, the quickest setup was that. This is the second setup, which is going to be slightly more advanced. Now, guys, I do want to mention, I will show you the counter after this. You can counter this blitz, but I have a lot of A-gap blitzes on sportsgamers.com for my VIP members. I have dollar, I have nickel triple. I have stuff that I put out. I was the first to find A-gap blitzes after the patch. The dollar A-gap that all the pros are running right now, that's my defense that I released weeks ago. My nickel triple, it even beats max protect. There's no way to consistently block the nickel triple. So if you want that fire, check out sportsgamers.com. Click the link in the description, the comments. Coupon code Duke will get you 10% off your order. Best Madden tips available anywhere, I promise you. So here's the second setup, guys. This is going to be a little bit more advanced, but it is better. It is better to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch my entire defense. Now, to pinch your entire defense, what you do is you hit R1 or RB, and then you hit down on the left stick. This pinches your defensive line, also presses your corners. Now, I don't want my outside corners pressing because that can give up easy touchdowns. So what I'm going to do after I do this is individually back them up. To individually back up an outside corner, you simply hit coverage audible, triangle, or Y. I've explained this before, but once you do this, you'll see the left of screen at the bottom, that menu, right? You hit the button for individual. For me, that's X. Now, you see that basically the two outside receivers icons, you have to do it one at a time. So I'll do square first. I hit square, and then I hit up on the right stick. It backs them up. So I can do that in a split second, guys. It doesn't take much time, but what it does is it backs them up. Why this is good is you can't get beat over the top now, and you can mix in different coverages when you do this. Like you could mix in double Mabel. You could turn this into a zone. There's just a lot more variation you can do to this when you back them up. So once we do that, we're still going to go ahead, crash our defensive line down. Out, slant them outside, blitz that linebacker, QB contain. And what I normally do on him to make sure, I just touch him, get him in that A gap. Now, you don't want him all the way up here. He might, not get in if you do that. So I just kind of like touch him, move him back in this spot, and we're good to go. Guys, this is how the defense looks. I will actually set it up for you guys in real time after I run it here, but you can see this blitz is going to come really fast. You're not going to have time. We're just trying to chuck it into the flat because there's really nothing else for you to do. That A gap is screaming, guys. Once again, you can see there's really nobody open here. All you could really do is pray that you can just throw a quick flat because like you're already about to get sacked and there's nobody open. Remember, this is my user right here, so I can free roam. I can take away a quick route over the middle. I can take away a quick corner. Whatever I need to do is fine. It's going to get locked. Remember, you can also shade. They hit you a corner, shade out. Hit you routes over the middle, shade inside. You can shade underneath. There's lots you can do. But once again, the more advanced setup, just so you guys can see it done in real time. I'm going to set this blitz up for you guys one more time in real time. Then I'm going to show you guys the counter. Again, this setup is super easy. I'm actually already set up. All I need to do is just double check that my linebacker's blitz angle is heading into that A gap, left of screen just like he is now. And that's really it. If he's going to the right of screen, it's not always going to work. But left of screen, A gap, between the left guard and center, he's always going to screen. All right, so you've seen it come really, really fast. Now I'm going to show you guys the best way to counter this. Now, there's different things you can do, but the most consistent way to get this guy not coming in the A gap is to simply call a play action pass. You can try to do different blocking adjustments to prevent him coming up the A gap as far as blocking running backs, tight ends, slide protecting, all of that. However, I'm just going to tell you guys right now that if you're playing someone good that has different, adjustments they can do to their defense, there's still ways to counter the counter. The 100% counter is play action though. So if I say, okay, I know they're running this A gap blitz, I'm going to run a play action play. At this point, and it could be any play action play, it doesn't really, just any shotgun play action play. At this point, you don't even need to block anybody, which is the crazy part. Play action just honestly really, really neutralizes A-gap blitzes, especially this one. Now, like I said, if you're a sportsgamers.com VIP member, I have A-gap blitzes that are going to scream against every blocking scheme there is, even play action. So I have different ways to set this up. They'll work against play action. You're going to have to become a member to see that. But just so you guys can see, look, this A-gap is no longer going to work. Now, granted, it was really good man coverage right there. However, we actually did have enough time to make a read here. What you see is that when you call play action, the blocking is going to be different. That means that because the O-line is blocking a bit differently, no longer is anyone coming up the A-gap. Now, we had all sorts of bad route combos here. We had like 2 people going in the same spot. So it just wasn't the greatest route combo, but there was no A-gap. If you guys enjoyed this blitz, make sure to smash that like button for more great tips like this. Check out sportsgamers.com, and until next time, it's your boy Duke, and I'm out of here.